Well, it looks like I'm live. At least I think I am. So, let's trying to trim the mustache, but I gotta do that later on tonight. Hi there. Welcome to the Cuddle Cinema. I am Aaron, and tonight I am up here in my basically my movie study. This is where I watch a lot of my films that I watch for my reviews, and I do a lot of other work as well, including some writing, some typing, all that jazzy cool stuff. And hopefully some of you guys will be coming in tonight. It's a little bit later than I planned to do it tonight. Hey there, Richard. Welcome. First off, I got to make sure... Hey there, David. Hey, Dirk. Welcome. So now let's do this whole thing where I want the stuff to show up. So on my screen, getting everything ready. Perfect. So now we are here, and tonight we got a lot to talk about, and not a lot of time. So the good news is, hey there, Neuroleptic, is that basically, well, my hours have changed at work. So from now on, fingers crossed, what I'll be doing is, well, I'll be working weekdays and I'll be off on the weekends. So that's going to keep things going pretty good, I think. Hey there, Eddie. So one of the Vinegar Syndrome, well, sort of Vinegar Syndrome title, I saw it today. I actually watched it sell out. Helplessly, with unable to do anything about it. But that's always something that you have to do. You can't, when you're collecting, one thing you have to realize, and it helps it a lot, is that you can't get everything. Not everything is going to be like, is going to be able to be, let's do this right. Is going to be in your wheelhouse at the time. So what am I talking about? Well, let's kind of find out. So that's the Criterion Collection page. So let's go over to here, and if you look into the limited edition releases right now, when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome and their partner labels, if you go to the AGFA title, Smut Without Smut, then you are going to notice that this product is now out of stock. Now, what does that mean exactly? What is it being out of stock be a big deal? Because a lot of stuff goes out of stock when it comes to the Vinegar Syndrome titles and AGFA all the time, right? So, but the problem with this is it's not just with the hey there, Twisted Cinema. It's not just the out of stock for a little bit. It's not coming back to the slipcover. This one here was a special limited edition to 2000. It's available only on VinegarSyndrome.com. There will be no standard edition. This will not be repressed. So if you guys got that one, congratulations, because you got one that's a bit of a rarity now. It's going to be hard to get. So anybody that's got it for the right reasons and not being a flipper on it, then you're good for you, because you got a cool title and it's no longer available to buy. So which means it should probably be, and probably not yet, but it'll eventually be right here, and this is sort out and basically out of print releases that Vinegar Syndrome has. Ordered the same card as some pre-orders, so I assume that reserve. Oh yeah, like if you order with some pre-orders, you should be good. As long as you ordered it like before it's sold out, then you're fine. You're one of the people that are going to get Neuroleptic. So let me know what it's like. I'm actually kind of curious. I've heard good things about it though, so that's always a plus. So tonight it is the Severin Death Warmed Up t-shirt. I know, it was insane. Like yesterday I was at I think it was 100 and something. And I thought, okay, it'll go for a bit. I'll be able to grab something. So yours just came. Hey, Carrie, welcome. Yours just came in the mail today. Nice. My January 1st order is supposed to be on January 22nd, so I will be doing an unboxing then of that, just so you guys know. So I'll be doing an unboxing then. So whether that should be on a Thursday or a Saturday, because I don't normally do anything on Friday, but we'll see how things go. So I'll probably be unboxing that on Saturday if it comes in on Friday evening. If it comes in early, then I'll do the live unboxing on a Thursday. Either way, I'll do it then. Hey there, Anthony. Yeah, I know, and that's one of the things we got to talk about tonight is vinegar syndrome and what I want to do with the channel in the year to come. So for those that have been following this channel, they know that I tend to try to plan the way that I'm going to collect my films a year in advance. So, or basically at the beginning of the year. What I normally do is I decide, okay, what am I focusing on this year? What part of cinema am I going to focus on? What am I going to look towards? And how am I going to do everything I can to make sure that I can make that happen? Now, I was looking towards getting the halfway package from Vinegar Syndrome. When the things been selling insanely. Look at Action USA, which just recently came out, and that's already sold out. I'm surprised it sold out before Martial Law, which is Action USA is fantastic, but I really like the Martial Law films. The fact that Cynthia Rothrock came on Blu-ray and it's not sold out yet just blows my mind. Because when I talk to people, one of the things that a lot of them actually really want to see is more Cynthia Rothrock on Blu-ray. And the fact that it hasn't sold out yet is kind of nuts. But it is gone less than 1,000, so that is pretty quick for that one. So I looked over and I spoke to, and I got like confirmation from somebody. I asked them what the Vinegar Syndrome halfway to Black Friday exploitation package would cost, because I wasn't going to get ones with the adult titles too, because it was just going to be too expensive. So I said, as long as it's 500, 600, max, I can save maybe. I can maybe save up for that. But I was told that it looks like the halfway package this year is going to be in the range of $700 before shipping and stuff is put in. So for those that don't know, I cannot, like, even this being January, there's no way that I can save up $700 and more plus change, which is going to be another $125, $800 something to just like put on films in the month of May, and then go out and put on the other titles as grab the other titles from May as well. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do the Vinegar Syndrome halfway package. I'm actually extremely disappointed about it, but honestly, it's I'm just extremely disappointed. But the cost is just going to be too high, and even with like what I'm putting in there on a monthly basis, it's just not going to work. Are there many more hints on? There hasn't been any, I don't think, Ken. Not unless I didn't go online much today. I had to do like my grocery shopping. I had to go out and our microwave was still dead, and we eventually had to go out and grab that. So we had to put some money away this month for a microwave and get that. 700. So, Uncle Al, that's 700 Canadian. So US dollars. You if you're in the United States, it's probably going to cost you about 500, 550. So that's not so bad. But here in Canada, it's going to cost me over $700. And unlike in the US, we have like, I think it's $120, $140 extra on for the shipping. So you're looking at around for somebody from here in Canada, it'll be around $850, and that's not a doable thing for me right now. But if you can do it, super fantastic. I really wish I could. It's long been my dream to be able to do the Vinegar Syndrome like year-long package, or even to do their half year-long package. But I guess not this year. Hey there, Kubrick. Welcome, man. Oh, Owen. What is sold out is, I'll bring it up here. Smut Without Smut from AGFA, the AGFA title, is out of stock, and not just out of stock coming back, it's out of stock. No standard edition, won't be repressed, it's not coming back again, it is gone. So if you're going to get the Smut Without Smut AGFA title, which I was going to do, then unfortunately that one's gone right now. Is there a Canadian equivalent? There isn't really. No, Vinegar Syndrome is kind of really unique. There's not. I don't think there's any equivalent in any country to Vinegar Syndrome. To be honest with you, um, it's kind of they're kind of a unique company. Them and Severin tend to be like the two that do that style of film. But if you mean if there's like a shipping company, well, Vinegar Syndrome does their own shipping here in Canada. They got a really good guy named Andrew that works. He pretty much does a one man show for their shipping there, and he does a really good job of it. So I gotta give high props to Andrew. It's just that it's very pricey, I guess, for them to ship it over because they got to ship it over to to Canada, to the Canadian facility, and then it comes here. What about eBay for? Oh, for those spot without smut film. I mean, you can try. Like I'm guessing it'd be pricey, but if we're getting it at the regular price without kind of extravagant, I'm not worried about the smut. That's not Kubrick. Just so you know, I'm talking about the halfway package that Vinegar Syndrome has every year, because that's what I was initially going to do. But I'm thinking of something else, and I want to run it by you guys, because you guys are my sounding board. So, what I think of the Killer Reserve 9 seats, I didn't mind it. I actually like that one. It's been a while since I've seen it, but you'll be hard pressed, Ken, to find like a giallo that I really don't like. There's some I like more than others, but I remember liking that one actually. So I have a new idea. Obviously, I'll still be doing the regular stuff that I do, the Forgotten Giallo box set, the regional horror box set, stuff like that. Those will be ones that I'll be getting. And of course, when the Black Emmanuel set comes out, that's something I'm looking into as well. But what I really am thinking I'm focusing on this year is something a little bit different and that I used to do on my channel that I haven't done in a while. And I want to run this by you guys and get your thoughts on it. So you ready? Are you sure? Okay, so I am thinking of making 2021 in the Call to Cinema the year of the tours. And I'll explain that in a second, actually. No, I haven't. I couldn't do it yet. Hey, Darren, welcome. I couldn't get Irreversible yet. I'm not quite sure. It's getting harder to get stuff over from the UK right now. I know that Doug Bradley gets stuff like a lot of his revenue sold from the UK, and it's been really hard for him with the whole the way things have been changed with Brexit. It's decent. I mean, it's not my favorite. It's probably one of my least favorite in the set, Uncle Al. But that being said, it's a good set. And all the titles are really good. Was it really? So but the way I'm using it in a very different way than the movie. The way that it's going to work for me and for my channel, Kubrick, you're going to like this actually. Is that this year I really want to focus on looking at and studying film. So yeah, I'm not a fan of them, but I know the streaming service. Hey, there's Cinematech. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be diving into I guess I'll show you. Not there. Here. I am going to be diving back into the Criterion Collection this year. I've been out of them for a while, and I haven't got a lot of their titles in quite some time, aside from the random box set. But I'm about ready to dive in again, to start looking at some of the Criterion releases that I don't have, to really study some of the benchmarks in filmmaking and cinema, alongside the benchmarks in exploitation cinema that I study already. Along with that, I'm going to also be getting in and focusing on grabbing some more books here in the new year. So I'm going to be looking at grabbing stuff like more of the Stephen Thrower books, Carolee Janice's book, some Troy Howarth. So what I'm looking at is you're going to see more Criterion and some more film books in the channel this year as opposed to any other year. Hey, Amy, welcome, man. Hey there, Vince. So you're still going to see my cool, cheesy, exploitation stuff, but you're going to get a balance of some other stuff as well. And as always, I try to give my unique perspective on all different types of cinema. So that I think should be fun. Now the thing is, Ken, I haven't kept up with Criterion for the last 2 years or so. Smut Without Smut saw it at Videodrome. It is completely gone, and it's one of the titles that Agfa had that was not being remade or repressed. Yeah. So Smut Without Smut is what's sold out. Well, for certain titles that I know I'm going to want on 4K, that I know are 4K releases, like Crash, I'll definitely be going for Arrow for a movie like Crash. But I will be grabbing a lot of Criterion this year, and it won't. And the reason, honestly, is because it's going to be easier for me to get. Hey there, amateur filmies. I was just thinking about you guys. Actually, I got a couple videos of yours that I'm getting ready to watch, and that's actually tonight. If you guys haven't checked out Amateur Filmy's channel, by the way, it's really freaking good, and you really should watch it. The Criterion Leonard Part 6 is but yeah, you're going to see a lot more of that in here. I think some people, where I do deal a lot with a lot of exploitation stuff, and I do, I know, obviously Jess Franco, Lucio Fulci, Argento, Jean Rollin, people like that. Hey there, Ringo, welcome. I tend to have a lot of focus on that because I think a lot of people forget that, and people forget that I actually do study actual film. I think that all film can be studied on an even keel, but it's been a while since I've actually dived into Criterion. I've got like a couple of big box sets I even touched, like my Ingmar Bergman set hasn't even been touched yet. But I want to get some more stuff, some single release. I want to get the John Cassavetes set finally. I love the Cassavetes stuff, and I really haven't got a chance to look at that. But I'll be looking at Criterion. I'm going to be looking more into some more 4K releases this year. I'm looking towards like Severin or towards Blue Underground. I want to grab some more 4K stuff, and a lot of it is because basically over the next few years or so, I really want to study some films. I'm hopefully still going to be going to Morocco eventually when the world comes back to normal and we can start flying places. And I want to be ready in all ways. I've gotten a lot of stuff that I wanted to, and a lot of the stuff. Hey there, CR, welcome. Yeah, please give me a thumbs up. It's highly appreciated. And Dirk, thank you so much. By the way, Dirk has a VHS podcast, which if you guys aren't listening to it, it is a must listen to. It is really, really good. And I actually was lucky enough to be on it once. He actually made a very special thing to actually get me on the show, and I really appreciate that. So make sure you check out his podcast because he does a really great job. He's one of the good guys there. But I think when you take a negative, can't really get the Wenger Syndrome thing, and you turn that into a positive. You don't. Whenever you're collecting, understand that you can't always get everything, and you may not be able to go always in the direction that you want to go. But if you're creative, then you can work it around in other ways. Just as long as you're still like watching films and enjoying them. and or in my case, enjoying them and studying them and reviewing them. I got a ton of reviews that I got to get caught up on as well this week sometime. So I'll be dropping a bunch of extra reviews this week. I have to review. I'm pretty much done with the review for Like Father, Like Son. I just got to get that put up there. And The Freshman is another one that I'm going to be reviewing soon as well. So that's a different type of film. But it's not Criterion, but it's going to be a film that I'm going to be looking at. There's a couple here that I'm going to be looking at, and I'll give you my my opinion on. And I'm almost completed the Ultraman Tarot, so I can pretty much still review that. Well, I'll get out review that one soon as well. So you're going to see a lot of different Criterion stuff here. Well, the thing is that Videodrome, for some of the stuff, they had the rights as to stream something, but having the rights to stream something or to put it on your channel, or even having like the ability to, doesn't always equal having the ability to actually put out a release. Sometimes it may be maybe a rights issue where they don't have the rights for a physical copy of the film. Other times it may be they don't have the elements to make a really good version of the film, one that they think really works for their channel and for their brand. But they can actually branch out more, say when it's a streaming type of thing. They can actually put some extra stuff in there. So that's one of the good things when it comes to streaming aspect of it, is that they can actually put stuff in there that may not either suit the brand, they may not have the elements to get like a good physical release of it, or they just may not have the rights to it. So those tend to be the reasons why you see some things on Criterion that really has never gotten a Criterion release, or sometimes has gotten a Criterion release that's gotten out of print. And that's another thing as well. I think this year is going to be finally the year when I finally get Night of the Living Dead from Criterion and Carnival of Souls. Those are two that glaring pieces of the cinematic puzzle that I don't have, that I truly want. As far as like books this year, I'm hoping to get my Stephen Thorpe quadrilogy. So for those that saw my earlier videos, especially around Christmas time, hey there, welcome back, Ulrich. You know that I got both of his Jess Franco tomes, Murderous Passions and Flowers of Perversion, and I want to get Nightmare USA, and I want to get to get the Lucio Fulci one, Beyond Terror, as well. I also want to get the other 2 volumes of the So Deadly, So Perverse, something like that, from Troy Haworth. I got the first volume. And there is a couple other books that I want to get this year, including one from Kiera Janice that she did that was really good. And there's a couple other kind of academic but really good, really interesting books. Hey there, Jason. Welcome. So Smut Without Smut is gone, man. Hopefully you got it, because I know you're the type of person that would actually get that. I do need to get the Bruce Lee collection and the Irish. See, Robert, I still would wish that the Irishman would come out on 4K. But there's such good features on it, Robert, that I can't not get it. It's just too good. It's just way too good. I can't afford to get Criterion Channel. That's just too expensive here in Canada for me. But I do need to grab that. Fiend Without a Face deserves a Blu-ray release. So does Equinox. Equinox is a really great title as well. My dad actually has the DVD of that one. I think that one's lying in a print, right? But such good films, such fun films. See, Criterion can have a lot of fun. They're not always too super serious. Blood. I don't know. I haven't got the Blood Harp. So if you got it, I know Memories of Murder was actually a surprise. You know what I haven't seen? I'm going to be honest. You know, there's a movie that I haven't seen that I got to see. People tell me that I've got to see this movie, but I've never seen Honeymoon Killers. I have never seen Honeymoon Killers. It's come out on Arrow. It's coming on Criterion. It's one of those movies. Hey there, Daz. Welcome. That people keep telling me I got to watch. That I'm going to like it. And I haven't seen it. I have never seen Honeymoon Killers. So that's one of the blank spots in my viewing. April. So April's not too bad. That's actually a pretty good time for me. And hopefully, due to the fact I still can't buy any Akira Kurosawa films though, because as much as I want to get Rashomon and I want to get like Hidden Fortress, I'm still nervous uh, that they're going to put out a Kurosawa set in the near future. And if that's the case, then I don't want to be buying movies this year that I could be like spending money on movies this year that might be in a set. Oh, das Smut Without Smut sold out the AGFA release. All 2,000 copies not coming back. So if you got it, Daz, congratulations. You're one of the people that managed to grab that one before it went. Obviously, Action USA went last week as well. I did manage to get Action USA. And if I had to get one of them, like between Smut Without Smut or Action USA, I'm glad that I got Action USA. It's a really cool title. Hey there, and ready, welcome, man. I'm going on a Criterion hunt this year. So I finally want to get that Bruce Lee box set. It looks so sexy. Certain things I'd love to get this year, like kind of like on my wish list. Well, obviously the Fellini set. Who doesn't want the Fellini set? Anya Varda, of course. But that's the bigger stuff. I want to look at some of the other stuff. But is that the shift because Variant Shift has gotten to it? No, not at all, actually. It's just because it was a little too expensive to get be like the half year package. Still my dream to one of these days get that. But the way that I see it is, don't take something into a negative. Take something that looks like it's gonna be a blockade towards you, and switch that wall around, and make yourself a new. Make yourself a new way, a new road. Well, I still talk about classics. Oh yeah, of course. I love the thing is I love film, so I talk about all types of film. So don't think that if I have some classy films that I'm still not going to be talking about the other stuff that I talk about. As you guys know, especially on my Patreon channel, there's some like Argento and there's some Fulci stuff coming up. I am going to be starting a new series, by the way, which hopefully you guys are going to be interested in, and it's a versus series, but it's a sequel versus series. Everybody always says, what's better, Friday 13th or Halloween, or what's better than Nightmare on Elm Street or Hellraiser, and they put them up against one another. They put the classic ones up against one another. What I'm going to do in my series is I am going to take the sequels of the films, put movies like Halloween 2 up against Friday the 13th Part 2, maybe have something like a Nightmare on Elm Street 5 up against a Hellraiser 5, or having a Nightmare on Elm Street 2 up against Nightmare on Elm Street up against Phantasm 2. So some really different type of stuff that I'm going to put up, but they both have to be the same number in that film franchise. So you're going to see stuff like Friday the 13th 2 versus Halloween 2 will definitely be one of the ones that you see. So hopefully you guys are going to like that. It's going to be the sequel showdown, and that's what I'm going to be calling it so far. So and I would love to say that it was my brilliant idea that I thought up all on my own, but I was at work and I was in between a call, and my better half caught out to me, and she said, I got an idea for a video series for you if you like it. And I said, well, what do you think? Well, what is it? And she said, everybody reviews like films and compares them to the classic film. Everybody thinks about Friday 13th versus Halloween, or Halloween versus whatever, Black Christmas. What about if you did a versus series reviewing the sequels of each of the films and putting them up against one another? So that was my better half's brilliant idea. I cannot take the credit for it as much as I would love to. I do actually. I've got a few Wes Anderson. I think Griff, when anybody starts collecting like Criterion, Wes Anderson tends to be one of the first people that they go and get. There's a few that I still need. Leprechaun Origins versus Freddy's Dead, actually not a bad one. But I'm sad to put Leprechaun Origins up against Freddy's New Nightmare, because they both take the series in different directions. But I'd prefer to put up against Freddy's Dead, due to well, you know why, AME. You know why. Are they both number 6 in the series? Because if they are, then hell's yeah. Oh, I can't believe you saw the Monsters and Madmen. You know that's out of print, and one, it's got gorgeous artwork, and it's still. Oh, Kubrick, you would have broke the heart. Hey there, Dennis, of my dad. One of my dad's favorite movies of all time, like hands down, and his very favorite Boris Karloff movie is The Haunted Strangler. And as you know, The Haunted Strangler is one of the premier pieces on the Monsters and Madmen set. Just such a good film. Well, I think a lot of what the prices going up for a lot of companies, including Vinegar Syndrome right now, and it's only like a $3 overall price hike, I think, with Vinegar Syndrome, is basically it's getting a little more expensive to ship things. That and Vinegar Syndrome has done like you don't care that you hurt my dad's feelings, Kubrick. I'm disappointed in you. uh, uh, Good on the Bills. But a lot of it has to do with they've done a lot of like new deals with other companies, and deals that you see the stuff that's coming out. You're seeing stuff like Fade to Black coming out. You're seeing Beastmaster coming out. They're doing like 4K scans and releases that are being brought out. So obviously, when you're bringing out that quality of stuff, and you're getting that quality of a film, it's going to cost a lot more than what it initially cost. I'm just joking with you, Cubics. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like it's the curse of doing well. Like Pizza Party just said, it really is the curse of doing well. Critters 2 versus Ghoulies 2, Robert, is an amazing one. I got to write these down later. Got Criterion for the Japanese films. There's a lot of great Japanese films out there. There's a lot of really great Criterion films out there, and I do have like some Criterion stuff upstairs here. Or did I bring it downstairs actually? Because I did have my Joseph von Sternberg box set went up here, and where did I put that? Because that's one I want to watch with my better half. I don't have Carnival Souls actually on DVD or Blu-ray. That's one I really, really need. The director's cutting some of the good special features and make it. Oh, man, that sucks. I have not seen Bloody Noses, Empty Pockets. That's one that I just really passed on. That won't be very good. And then it sold it really quickly, and I was like, "What the crap, man? This must be a." I haven't seen it. Warlock 2 versus Waxwork. You guys have some amazing ideas, and I have both the Waxworks and Warlock films here, so not a bad one. Those can easily be done. Hey there, boredom. Pokemon type kids. Actually, I kind of do like Pokemon type kids movies. For those that don't know, I'm a Pokemon guy. A lot of people don't realize that, but Pokemon helped save this guy. Not even joking. It's just like, that's the true thing. I've told the story before. But I've been looking into some of the releases. Want to look at the Criterion section for a second? I did, by the way, I did a Criterion website deep dive, and honestly, not enough of you guys checked it out. I'm just going to put that out there. Right, website deep dive, and I work really hard on those. And if you haven't watched those yet, just putting it out there, they're out there, and I really enjoyed them. I mean, when I read the plot synopsis, neuroleptic to Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets, I was really like interested in checking it out. So I will eventually get it. Obviously not the slipcover, but that'll be okay. from Alien 2 versus Species 2. That, oh, I would never have thought of that one. Dirk, that's a good one. Anything was. I'm gonna stop on Kurosawa until I know they're not putting on set. Does, but I'm definitely gonna get some Uzu. I've really been meaning to grab some Uzu stuff. So here we go. So you can stop seeing my face for a second. There's a lot of really good stuff coming out this year for Criterion. There's a lot of stuff already that I don't have. I don't have The Irishman yet. There's a bunch of like a French cinema that I don't have that I would really like to check out. I don't even have Blood Simple from Criterion, and I love the movie Blood Simple. So let's just go to the new releases, for instance. And things like The Irishman, The Essential Fellini. Sorry about the cough there. Parasite, which I really want to own. So let's shop the collection. Come on. I love the way they do this. Like they put the Criterion ones down here by numbers. By the way, when I do my next quiz video, you might want to look up these Criterion numbers. Just putting that out there. There's a ton of stuff. Spirited Beehive I would love to get. I got Kicking and Screaming. I love that one. I want where's that? I kind of want Symbol Psychotaxoplasm. That's one that interests me. I think I got the 49th Parallel. Good little film. Green for Danger. I'm not quite sure if I got that one or not. But there comes some of the if I really would like to get with Malcolm McDowell, obviously I got the kind of its spiritual predecessor. But they have like a lot of stuff. You can get anything from like Days of Heaven, from Breathless to Robinson Crusoe on Mars. So there's like a ton of different stuff out here that you can pick up. Am I considering picking Massacre at Central High? I really want it. I mean, Massacre at Central High, Boj, is like one that I really seriously want. But I just haven't been able to get it yet. For that reason that you just mentioned. It's very, very pricey. Thanks, Jason. Russ Meyer, Criterion box set. Yeah, well, Criterion's put out stuff. Russ Meyer deserves it. He would deserve it, actually, to be honest with you. Let's get down here. Make you dizzy. I want to get a little bit farther down in this section. Like things came out like One-Eyed Jacks I don't have yet. His Girl Friday I really need to pick up. Tampopo is a favorite film of mine. Rumblefish I saw in theater when I was a kid, and I really love that film. Othello was actually filmed in Essaouira, where I used to hang out in Morocco when we were there. But there's so many good films here for me to dive into, and I think that another thing is my better half can actually dive into some of these films with me. Some of these I'm gonna like them more than her, and some of these she might like more than me. I think she wants to get Princess Bride. That's one of her favorite films, and that's really neat, different packaging for the Princess Bride too. So, In the Heat of the Night is one that I really like. Face in the Crowd is one of the top ones on my list, as is things like Detour. I want the Jackie Chan Police Story and Police Story 2. I know that's not like normal what you think of from Criterion, but actually I want that. Funny Games is a fantastic little one as well. I am going to show you guys one here right now. that is kind of interesting to me, and why I'm going to do it, because I have to go grab a drink, and I'll be right back. But while I do, you guys can talk about the Bruce Lee, his greatest hits, which I really need to get. I'll be right back. I have my unknown beverage. Let's see. So on the set, you can see here it has the Big Boss, Fists of Fury, Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, and Game of Death. So yes, Game of Death is on the set. The only thing that wouldn't be there is Game of Death 2, which is really not a Bruce Lee film. Hey Dennis, yeah, small third smart. Sorry, Dennis, I was just going downstairs for a second to get a drink. I love the artwork on this here. I think Criterion have really kind of branched out with a lot of stuff that they're doing. But again, a fantastic set to pick up. Some here that are on pre-order I've got to look at. The Furies is coming out again. I got the Furies already. I guess that's a Blu-ray, but I got the DVD, but it's got the book with it, so I don't really need to rebuy that one. I like Mike Lee, so Secrets and Lies is to that. World of Wong Kar-wai is definitely a serious thought for me. Parallax View is coming out, which is again another fantastic film. And something like Smooth Talk, which a lot of people kind of pass by, but actually it's one that I like. I'd like to dive into more Robert Altman films as well. I've been a long-time fan of Robert Altman, but I don't have enough of his movies actually in my collection. I think they've upped their artwork. That's the thing when it comes to that. So, my allergies are acting up today, and I had to go out of the room so I could sneeze, because I don't want to sneeze into a microphone. I love that. Criterion's Everyone's Childhood Sweetheart, then they branch out to other boutique labels. You're right. A lot of people, when they start collecting boutique labels, Pizza Criterion, because it's so well known and people talk about it so much, the Criterion Sale, Barnes & Noble's Criterion Sale, the Wes Anderson films, Criterion's like big box sets now. Like when they start collecting boutique labels, this tends to be the ones they go to first, then they dive off to other things. hopefully I can bring a different, unique take onto this whole aspect of like hunting for Criterion films and getting certain releases. See, I love Tootsie. I saw Tootsie in theater. Always been a favorite of mine. Or unless you mean like the releases were bad of the film, because I really don't know. But I, you ever think they released Crybaby on Criterion because they're doing John Waters stuff now? I'm a real big fan of Crybaby. That's one I would love to see them release. I know some people think of it as a more mainstream John Waters film, but actually I like it. Yeah, Daz, you're right. Like, here's the thing. And Pizza, like Pizza said, like you said, Criterion is a boutique label that most people know about. What's my favorite Criterion release? That's actually a good question. You mean that I've got in my collection? I'm not going to say box sets because that's a whole different category. But as for like regular releases, it's probably Kiss Me Deadly. To each their own, Videodrome. And as somebody that has trans people in his life, I think they've seen Tootsie actually. If they haven't, I don't think that will bother them. But that's everybody's own personal thoughts on things, and I'm not going to tell you what should or shouldn't bother you, because that'd be wrong, man. And you just gained cool points, by the way, Videodrome, for saying that. Now, Kiss Me Deadly. I got a bit of a... Hold on a sec. It's one of those days. All right. So, back to the filmy stuff. Sorry, guys, I had to go again. Story of Ricky O. That'd be actually kind of cool. But yeah, I want to see if there's any here that I want to pick up for, or that I need to pre-order. Parallax View. I'm actually kind of interested in that. So let's go to Amazon. Let's put in Criterion. And rather than featured, let's go newest rivals. Obviously that makes total sense. And you see there's Secrets and Lies that's coming out from Mike Leigh on the 30th. So is Defending Your Life, is an Albert Brooks film. I actually like that film a lot. I'm a big Mike Leigh fan. The World of Wong Kar-wai box set is coming out on March 23rd as well. It's going to be a bit of a pricey one. I haven't dove really well into Wong Kar-wai's box like films, so that's something that I'd be going in fairly blind on. Bounty. I don't say I've seen a bit, but not a lot. See, $48 for Criterion, so I really got to be careful and be sure what it is that I want to grab. I'm kind of glad they do Necromantic too. I got in my collection. Do I think a lot of it? It's an okay film. Well, I can't move my mic too far away from it, or it's going to fall on the floor, and then you're going to have another noise that you'll hear. Just putting it out there. The Criterion Flash Sale. That's a good question. When is the Criterion Flash Sale this year? I know they have 2 sales usually a year. Did they do the February sale? Was it February last year that they had the flash sale, or was it in January? Hopefully not January, because I'm screwed if it's in January. My daughter's birthday is actually this month, at the end of the month, so that's where my my funds will be going for this month. Flash sales in February. There, Dennis knows. Maybe we better get something around then. If the price is not too if it's not too pricey to ship. I still didn't find out when I was looking at the Criterion website. I couldn't find their shipping costs. Did anybody here like order from Canada know what the shipping costs to Criterion's like? Let's go to order support, see if we can find out. What the shipping and handling costs. Okay, here we go. Damn it. Oh, my throat. Ship our Canadian orders to via DHL. We partner exclusively with Unobstructed View in Canada. Okay. I'd more than likely get my stuff from I want to be able to order from Unobstructed View, I really do, but I'm still having issues with them. Because I know a lot of people have issues with getting their stuff and getting it on time. Now, my dad has ordered from Unobstructed a few times and actually was really able to get it well and not having issues with it. Anybody here and ready? Are you here still? Did you get anything from Unobstructed View recently? Oh, the American Werewolf one looks amazing. I don't have a really good copy of American Werewolf London. That's the Arrow release? Nice. So I'm glad I came to Unobstructed now. Let's check them out. Or wait a second, maybe I do Unobstructed View for my Monday deep website dive. But I do want to check their Criterion section here. It's not all Criterion. Let's go back. Let's see what the pricing is like for Criterion. So actually not bad. Some of them are actually better than others. Memories of Murder is there. Secrets and Lies. Ward of Wong Kar Wai box set. But a lot of these I can pick up on like Amazon for the exact same price. So not a big change there. Can't remember Girlfriends, but the cover intrigues me. 1978, Anita Skinner, Bob Balaban, Christopher Guest. Oh yes, I'm so in for that one. But I will be definitely grabbing like a few different titles here in the new year. Well, it is the new year, isn't it? But tonight's video, guys, is going to be a shorter video because I'm not feeling well. I've had to leave the room 3 or 4 times now because I'm actually feeling pretty crappy, and I'm not sure if it's allergies or just feeling a bit stuffed up. Have a great night there, Michael. Thanks for coming in, man. Anyway, thank you all for coming in tonight. My name is Aaron, of course. You guys are the Call to Cinema. For my Patreon supporters, thank you so much for that. I really, truly appreciate you guys, and there's a lot more Patreon stuff coming this week, actually. So keep an eye out for that. Some more scorecards. There's some more different things coming on Patreon as well. For the people that support me with the donation link, thank you. I really appreciate that. And for the people that support me through the Super Tattoo, you guys are awesome. And for just hitting the like button and subscribing, that really matters a heck of a lot. I do feel crappy. Thank you guys for your thoughts and concerns. I hope you guys are feeling great, and I will see you here soon. As always, Monday is a website deep dive. Tuesday, where we get a special reviewed and ranked video along with some other review videos. Wednesday is a surprise, and Thursday is my next live video. And I will see you guys here soon in the Call to Cinema. Have a wonderful evening, and take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and watch some good or just some fun movies. Remember, this is the year of auteurs.